We start the second half of the Mid-South Conference basketball season tonight as the Blue Raiders host the Georgetown College Tigers, who's leading the way at 5-2 in the Mid-South Conference through the first 7 games of the season. Tigers are the highest-ranked Mid-South Conference team in the Mid-South Conference at number 8. They average nearly 90 points a game. They are the best rebounding team in the conference. They outscore their opponents by 19. They only turn the ball over 11 times a game. All in all, they're just a terrific basketball team. Blue Raiders will try to knock them off tonight right here in the friendly confines of Bigger Sports Center. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Wells. I got you through the second half of our doubleheader. The women won the first one. Lindsey Wilson defeats Georgetown 59-56. Blue Raiders come in with a record of 12-10 on the season, 3-4 in league play. Georgetown 19-3, and as I mentioned, 5-2 in Mid-South Conference action this season. Earlier today, I talked to Coach Keith Atkins, get his thoughts on tonight's basketball game with the Tigers. And this is how that conversation went with Coach Atkins.
Coach, second go around with Georgetown. Lost to them up there. It was a close game, but this is a different Georgetown team than we played a little less than a month ago.
Yeah, they're a different team, and I think we are a different team. We don't have Jalen Perry, who we started in that game at the point guard position. Matt Eldridge was just now getting going with us, so we're a different team. They've added a kid named Burton, number 34, that's as good as anybody in our league. He's really talented. Started out his career at Oklahoma State, and so they're a little bit different too. So everybody's past the adjustment phase, and everybody knows everything about everybody in the league, and now it just comes down to two teams going out there and getting after it.
Does Burton change them at all from what we saw up there earlier in the month?
Yeah, he gives them a multi-talented kid. I mean, he's 6'5" or 6'6", can shoot it with deep range. I guarantee they start the game with him in an isolated post-up position. So, he's a guard. I mean, so, our guards max out at probably 6'1", and one of those guys is going to have to guard him. And that means Troy Stewart is probably getting a lesser, type defender and on down the line. So, yeah, throwing somebody with that talent and that ability in there is definitely makes him a little bit better.
I know you're a man-to-man guy, but does that mean we might see some zone tonight?
I don't want to. Our depth is a little down tonight. We're down a couple of guys, but at the same time, I think we play a little bit softer man-to-man, more so than a zone. The biggest reason is because Chris Coffey's one of the best offensive rebounders in the country at any level, and if you go zone, there's really no blockout assignment for him. So that really just gives him free run. So we'll try to stay man as long as we can.
Yeah, this Georgetown team is a phenomenal rebounding team, and Coffey's probably one of the reasons why. Now rebounding about 11 in the first meeting. I think that went a long way in them picking up that win.
No question. And late, they had a 6'9" kid named Broderick Jones who hit a three-pointer. We missed one at our end in the same, basically the back-to-back possessions, and that was the difference. But, we battled, and to go into Georgetown, give yourself a chance to win late, that's all you can ask for. And hopefully at home, that'll make all the difference in the world, and we can come up with a dub instead of the loss this time.
Coach, what's it going to take to get that win?
We can't turn it over and got a defensive rebound. Those are the biggest keys. We turn it over, they'll play transition offense all night, and if we can defensive rebound, I really think we can guard them pretty hard.
Coach, thanks. Good luck.
Chris.
That's LWC. Head Coach Keith Atkins for the Blue Raiders take on Georgetown. We'll step away for a minute. We'll come back. This is Blue Raider Basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network.
Back to Biggers. We're about 5 minutes away from tip-off. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. First for Georgetown, the Tigers come in with a record of 19-3. 5-2 in Mid-South Conference play, ranked 8th in the country. Chris Briggs, their head coach, in his 8th year. 205 wins, 58 losses. The Tigers on a 2-game winning streak. Their last win, an impressive one. They went on the road and pounded Pikeville 93-74 last Saturday. Tigers are vulnerable on the road, at least their record says so. 2-3 on the road this season, 16-0 at home. Let's take a look at the Tigers lineup. At 1 forward, it's Broderick Jones. He's a 6'9 junior out of Los Angeles, California, transfer from the University of Wyoming, averaging 9 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. Chris Coffey, the other forward, 6'7 junior from Louisville, went to Seneca High School, averaging 13.8 points. You heard Coach Atkins talk about his rebounding prowess. He's averaging 11.5 rebounds a contest, which is number 1 in the Mid-South and 3rd best in the NAIA. 3-guard lineup, L.J. Coward, one of the guards, 6-foot junior from Bardstown, averaging almost 12 points a game. He's 2nd in the Mid-South Conference in assists at 4.9. That's 12th best in NAIA. Joe Burton gets his 3rd start in his 6th game. He's a 6'6 senior from Houston, Texas, transfer from Valparaiso. He's averaging 17.8 points and 3.5 rebounds a game, coming off of a 27-point performance at Georgetown. The 3rd guard is Troy Stewart, 6'4 senior from Neptune, Kentucky, went to Fleming County High School. He actually leads them in scoring at 18.1 points a game. That's 4th best in the conference. So it'll be Jones, Coward, Burton, Coffey, and Stewart in the starting lineup for the Tigers. Lindsey Wilson, they come in with a record of 12-10 on the season, 3-4 in conference play, not ranked nationally. Keith Atkins in his 19th year as a head coach, 381 wins, 237 losses. He's 12-10 in his first season here at Lindsey Wilson. He's assisted by Chris Starks and Lennis Shneas. 1-game winning streak for the Blue Raiders. Their last, it was an impressive win on the road down at Life. 72-60. That was last Saturday. Blue Raiders 10-3 here at Biggers this season. At 1 guard is J.R. Adams. He's a 6-foot junior from Houston, Texas. J.R.'s really been playing well as of late, averaging almost 11 points a game, 3 rebounds and 2.5 assists. The 2nd guard, Kel Stott, 6'2 sophomore from Columbia, right here at Adair County High School. Leads the team in scoring at 14.7 points a game. That's 11th best in the conference. Pierre Lease, the 3rd guard, 5'10 junior from Greenburgh, New York. Transfer from Westchester Community College. He's averaging 7.8 points. Leads the team in assists, 8th best in the conference at 3.3 assists a game. 1 forward is Shaq Laney. He's a 6'4 senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Transfer from Central Connecticut State. He's averaging 11.5 points a game and nearly 5 rebounds. The other forward, Matt Eldridge, 6'8 junior from Romulus, Michigan. Transfer from Henry Ford College. He's averaging 12.2 points and leads the team in rebounding at 8.1. So it'll be Adams, Laney, Stotts, Eldridge, and Lees. You heard Coach Keith Atkins say that the Blue Raiders are a little short-handed tonight. I looked down at my radio sheet, and I've got marked out Friedens Danaeus, nearly 8 points and 7.5 rebounds a game. Jason Carter, who's been playing mostly in the backup role lately. Jalen Perry, who played in the first game this season. Michael Woodward's out. So you got 4 Blue Raiders out of the game. Lindsey Wilson a little short-handed, to say the least. Lindsey Wilson will be in their home white, trimmed in blue. LWC on the front of their jerseys. Georgetown in their road black, trimmed in orange. Georgetown on the front of their jerseys. It'll be Matt Eldridge jumping center against Broderick Jones to open up this basketball game. Blue Raiders going to have to shoot the ball well tonight if they want to upset this team. Jimmy Dyehouse, the lead official, he'll step in the middle, throws the ball up in the air, and it's an easy win for Jones. Georgetown leads the all-time series 41-17, including 17-9 at Biggers. Tigers will open up first. They'll lob it down low. Kick out to Stewart. 3 balls, no good. It's an air ball. Rebound by Cale Stotts. So an empty possession to start the game for Georgetown. Lease with the basketball. He'll penetrate, gets cut off, drives again, goes to the rack, scoops it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Coffey. Quickly in the front court, it goes to Burton. He'll drive inside, blocked by Eldridge, taken out of there by J.R. Adams. Down low, Eldridge will lay it up and in. Blue Raiders lead it 2-0. 19:05 left. Quickly back in the front court, it's Burton. He'll kick it back outside for Coward, around to Stewart. A little more than a minute gone by in this opening half. Stewart with it near the top of the key, works against Eldridge, steps back, can't get the shot off. He'll kick it outside for Burton, who gives it right back to Stewart. He'll lay it up and in. We're tied to apiece. 90 seconds gone in this first half. Lease gives it off to Adams. He'll drive on Stewart. Hands it off to Eldridge. A good cut by Matt Eldridge. He'll lay it up and in. He's got 4, and the Blue Raiders on top 4-2. 18-14 left. To let you know, Lindsey Wilson Wrestling did beat Campbellsville. Burton with the basketball. He'll throw it all the way back outside for Jones for a 3. That rattles in and out, no good. Rebound by Eldridge. Here comes Lease in the front court. Bounce pass over to Adams. He'll kick it out to Laney. 3 ball on its way. Short, no good. Laney will run it down in the corner. Saves it inbounds, but it's knocked into the hands of Jones. Here comes Georgetown the other way. Stewart brings it up into the front court. Lobs it to Jones, and he'll dunk it home. Broderick Jones with his first 2. It's 4-4, 17:37 left, opening half. Laney drives out to Eldridge. 3 ball on its way. It's no good. Stewart with the rebound. He'll bring it up against Pierre Lease. Stewart's 4 inches on Lease. Kicks it outside to Coward, back to Stewart. He'll shoot a contested 3. It's no good. Rebound Coffey on the long rebound. Out to Coward. He'll drive on Stott, spins, gets cut off. Kicks it outside for Coffey. He'll drive down the lane and dunks it home. Chris Coffey with his first 2 of the game. Six-4 score. Lindsey Wilson trails it for the first time in the game. Lease will work it up in the front court for the Blue Raiders. Hands it off to Adams. He'll throw it out to Eldridge. Around to Lease, top of the key. Around to Laney. 13 to shoot. Lease penetrates, gets down in the lane, kicks it to Stotts. He'll give it back to Lease. Outside for Adams. 3 ball on its way. Good. JR shooting at 39% on the season. That's 8th best in the conference. That's his 45th 3 of the season. Coffey throws it out to Stewart. Blue Raiders on top, 7-6, 16-15 left. Coffey pulls the trigger on a 15-footer, no good, and a foul on Burton. He was blocking out J.R. Adams, threw him to the ground. That's Burton's first foul. Team's first. Lease with it. Comes off the high pick by Eldridge. Throws it outside for Stotts. Back to Lease. He'll try a 3. No good. Rebound Laney for Lindsey Wilson. Comes up top to Stotts. He'll pull the trigger on a 3. It's off the mark. No good. And the rebound to Coffey. Gives it outside for Coward. He'll run it up into the front court. Full head of steam. Leaves it off for Coffey. Goes to the rack. Lays it up. Missed it. Coward banks it back up and in. Fourth different Tiger to score in the game. Georgetown back on top, 8-7. 15:33 left here in this opening half. Laney with the basketball. Comes off the pick by Eldridge. Drives to the rack. Off the glass, no. Rebound by Coward. He'll run it in the front court. Bounce pass down low to Jones. He'll back down Stotts. Spins, shoots, no. Rebound by Eldridge. Lease to Stotts. Adams, three in transition. Good. Second three of the game for JR. He's got 6 points, and the Blue Raiders reclaim the lead 10-8. Played a little more than 5 minutes in this first half. Coward will try to answer, and he does. Nothing but net. 5 points for L.J. Coward. 11-10 our score. 14:40 left. Coward had something to say to the Lindsey Wilson bench. Going back down the court. Bad pass by Eldridge, but Adams keeps possession for a moment. Now here comes Georgetown. Coward drives, knocked away by Stotts. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. John Ostermer checks in for the first time for the Blue Raiders. 6'6" senior from Turkey, averaging 5.5 points a game. And for Georgetown, they'll get number 22, Dominique Reed, 6'8" senior from Camden, New Jersey, into the game. Stewart will inbound. He'll throw it into Coffey. Right back to Stewart. Forces up a jumper, no good, but draws the foul on Pierre Lease. His first, team's first, will send Stewart to the line. Stewart, a 63% free throw shooter on the season. He's made 67 of 106, and he misses the first. Peyton Cundiff's going to check in for the first time. He'll replace J.R. Adams. Cundiff, of 6'2", redshirt freshman out of Somerset. Free throw by Stewart's good. He's got his third point of the game, and we're Georgetown up 12-11. Lease drives on Stewart to the rack, lays it up, no. Rebound underneath. Taken out there by Reed. Not a good shot by Pierre. Coward lobs it up, and a dunk home for Coffey. He's got 4. 14-10, Georgetown on top. That's their largest lead of the game, 6 minutes into this first half. Stotts hands it off to Laney. Outside for Ostermer. He'll give it off to Stotts. No, he'll keep it. Now he'll lob it, lay it down low for Stotts, who lays it up and in. Kel Stotts with his first bucket of the night. 14-12, Georgetown on top by 2. Stewart comes off of a screen set by Coffey. Outside to Coward. They'll feed it to Coffey. Goes it back out to Stewart straight away. Drives on Laney at the free throw line. Fadeaway 15-footer is short, no good. And going up tall and dunking it back home is Coffey. He's got 6. (16-12), 13-13 left first half. Laney gives it outside for Ostermer. And John walks with it. Third turnover of the game for Lindsey Wilson as Adams will come in and Stotts will go out. 3 offensive rebounds in the game for Georgetown already. 16-12 our score. Coward goes down low, up and under, layups up and good for Burton. 18-12 our score. Adams drives, works against Coward, throws up a shot, no good, but he's fouled by L.J. Coward. Number 1 on him, team second. Adams will go to the line where he's made 32 of 33 this season for 97%. The Raiders trail it by half a dozen. Adams' free throw is up. It's short, no good. That's a story in itself. Eldridge comes in and Stotts comes in as Lease and Laney go out. Second free throw for Adams is good. He's got 7 points in the game. 18-13, 12:37 left. Coward with the basketball. Tries to go down low, and it's kicked by Stotts. Georgetown will inbound on the sideline. Pass comes into Coward, just right at the top of the key to Stewart. He'll drive on the baseline, gets cut off, out to Coward. He'll penetrate inside, lays it up and in. 7 points for L.J. Coward, giving the Tigers their largest lead of the game, 20-13. 12:10 left. Adams drives, kicks it out to Ostermer, out to Stotts. 3 balls, no good. Rebound Stewart. He'll run it up in the front court, leaves it outside for Burton. 3 ball on its way, it's good. Timeout, Lindsey Wilson. It's a 30. Burton with 5 points, and it's a double-digit lead, 23-13, with 11:56 left. Lindsey Wilson just 5 of 12 so far, 41%, 2 of 6 from 3. Georgetown is 10 of 17 for 59%. They've made 2 of 5 threes. And they're out-rebounding the Blue Raiders 9-5. It'll be Lindsey Wilson's basketball, down by 10. Ostermer will inbound into Adams with 11:56 left in the first half. 23-13. Adams brings it up into the front court. Drives right side, kicks it out to Eldridge. He'll put down the dribble, gives it off to Stotts. Kell with it, changes directions, goes to the basket, draws the foul, lays it up. It's no good. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Foul is on number 4, Coward. That's his second.
Foul on L.J. Coward's his second, team's third. And we'll have immediate timeout on the court. 11:40 left, first half, 23-13. Blue Raiders trail it by 10. Back in a minute. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network. Georgetown out to a 10-point lead, 11:40 left in this opening half. Stotts will go to the free throw line out of the timeout. Blue Raiders shooting 41.7%, 5 of 12 from the field. Georgetown 10 of 18, 56%. Stotts to the line. 82% free throw shooter. He makes the first. It's his 3rd point of the night. One more coming up. Second free throws, perfect. 4 points for Kel Stotts, the Blue Raiders' leading scorer on the season. Stewart with the basketball as he work it up in the front court. Blue Raiders show zone. The corner goes to Burton. Jacob Conway out there for the first time, 6'5 junior from Houstonville, Kentucky. He has the basketball now. Up top to Stewart. He'll try a deep 3. Nope, no good. Tapped around, and Burton will run it down for Georgetown. Knocked away by Stotts. Adams comes out of there with it. Front court, it goes to Kel Stotts. He'll take it up, and it'll be offense, or it'll be a goaltending on Stewart as he took it off the backboard. Stotts with 6 points in the game. 23-17, 4 straight for the Blue Raiders to cut it to 6. 11 minutes left, opening half. Burton with it in between the circles. Throws it outside for Stewart. Fakes a 3, sidesteps Adams. Can't pull the trigger. He'll go down in the corner to Coffey. Lobs it back outside for Stewart, around to Burton. Burton back to Stewart. He'll drive through the heart of the zone, and he loses it. Here comes Stotts with it for the Blue Raiders. Eldridge might have got a hand on that. He'll give it outside for Adams. Off the screen by Eldridge. Goes down in the corner to Condon. He'll penetrate, throws it outside for Osterman. Can't get the shot off. Outside it goes to Stotts. He'll pull the trigger on a quick 3. It's short, no good. Rebound falls into the lap of Condon. He'll kick it out for Stotts. Can't get the shot off. Now he'll shoot it. Good. They left the Blue Raiders' best shooter. 9 points for Stotts. He buries that 3. 7 straight for the Blue Raiders. They've cut it to 3. 23-20 as we hit the midway point of this first half. Stewart goes it around to Conway. He'll shoot the 3. In and out, no good. Rebound Adams for the Blue Raiders. JR lobs it in the front court to Cundiff. To Ostermer. He'll put it up and in. 9 straight. Timeout, Georgetown. 1 point game, 23-22. 9:47 left. Blue Raiders up to 50%, 8 of 16 all of a sudden. Kel Stotts leading the way with 9. J.R. Adams has 7. L.J. Coward has 7 for Georgetown. He's in a little bit of foul trouble. He's got two fouls in the game. Other scores around the conference. Pikeville is at Cumberland's tonight. They lead the Patriots 41-33. They got 11 minutes left in the second half. Life on top of Shawnee, 43-39. That's early stages of the second half down in Marietta. Cumberland University leads Campbellsville by 6. That's midway through the first half down in Lebanon, 18-12. 23-22 here, 9:38 left. Conway goes down low for Reed, and he'll put it up and in. Dominique Reed with his first bucket of the night. 25-22. 9:25 left. That ends the 9-0 run for the Blue Raiders. Adams will put up a forced 3 and buries it. Nothing but net. JR into double digits. He's got 10. And we're tied 25 apiece. That's 13 of the last 15 for the Blue Raiders. Make it 12 of the last 14. Burton feeds it down low for Reed. He'll back down. Eldridge puts up a shot, no good. Rebound by Adams. Blue Raiders have a chance to take the lead. Front court it comes to Stotts. He'll shoot the 3 in transition, no good. Rebound underneath Burton. It was a good look, it just didn't go down. Quickly in the front court it goes to Conway. He'll leave it for Burton in between the circles, around to Stewart. Can't get the shot off against this zone. Around it goes to Jones. He'll feed it to Reed down low. Knocked away, ball's loose, and Lease tips it over to Eldridge. Good defense there by the Blue Raiders in the heart of that zone. Adams drives, gets cut off, stop and go, throws it outside, and Stotts will run it down. He's going to drive, goes all the way down inside, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Reed. Quickly in the front court it comes to Conway. He'll put down one left-handed dribble, gives it to Burton straight away, around to Stewart. Deep 3 on its way, no good. Rebound, Matt Eldridge for the Blue Raiders. 8 minutes left, first half, 25 apiece. Lease with the basketball as he brings it up into the front court. Angles towards the right side in front of the Georgetown bench. Hands it off to Adams. JR puts the dribble between his legs, gives it to Eldridge, top of the key 3. It's no good. Rebound Conway for Georgetown. Gives it off to Stewart as he'll race it up into the front court for the Tigers. Gives it to Conway. Can't get the shot off before Lease gets over there in this 2-3 zone. Back to Conway. Skip pass, 3 ball up and good. Jacob Conway had 13 in the first meeting between these two teams this season. He's shooting 34% from behind the 3-point line. He puts the Tigers back up by 3, 28-25 with 7:13 left. Lease drives in the paint, stops, puts up a shot. It's an air ball. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Lindsey Wilson's basketball. It'll be Georgetown's basketball.
Number 13, Coffee. Checking in for Lindsey Wilson, number 4, Condon. And number 13, Laney. They replace number 23, Stotts, and number 33, Eldridge.
Eldridge and Stotts comes out as Laney and Cundiff comes back in. So John Ostermer is the biggest player on the court for the Blue Raiders right now. Down low as Georgetown goes straight inside to Coffee, and he'll go up with an uncontested layup. He's got 5, and the lead is 5. 30-25, 6:45 left. Laney with the basketball. Drives, kicks outside for Lease, around to Adams. No, he'll step back for a 3 off the left side. In and out, no good. Rebound to Burton. He'll run it up in the front court for the Tigers. Lays it off for Coffee, drives to the rack, lays it up and in. 7 straight for Georgetown. Coffee with 8 points in the game, 32-25, 6:22 left. Cundiff with the basketball. He'll shoot a 3, up, no good. Rebound to Stewart. Stewart lobs it to Coffee, and he can't catch it. It'll go out of bounds. Stott's going to come back in. Adams will go out. 6:10 left, 32-25. Blue Raiders trail it by 7. Lease with the ball as he walks it up in the front court, gives it to Osterman. Hands it off to Laney. Shaq gets cut off on the baseline, back out to Osterman. He'll hand it off to Stotts. Kale gets to the free throw line, kicks it to Cundiff in the corner for a 3. Good. Cundiff with his first points of the game, 32-28, 4-point game. Conway out to Stewart, around to Burton. Cross-court pass to Conway. Conway gives it back to Stewart near the stop of the key, back to Conway. He'll drive, gets cut off by Cundiff. Beats it to the left elbow to Jones, back around to Stewart. He'll penetrate with 7 on the shot clock, down low for Burton. He'll lay it up and in. 7 points for Joe Burton. 34-28, 5:14 left. Lease hands it off to Cundiff, out to Laney. Shaq goes down low for Ostermer. He'll go up and under, miss the layup. Rebound by Coffee. Here comes Stewart in the front court. Goes it outside for Burton. He'll shoot the 3. Nope, no good. Rebound underneath Conway. And a whistle and a foul. They're going to get it on Cundiff. Peyton Cundiff's first foul, team second. And that'll send us to a media timeout. 34-28. Georgetown leads it by 6. 4:54 left. Back in a minute. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network. .454 left first half. 34-28. Georgetown leads the Blue Raiders. Lindsey Wilson shooting 40% from the field, 10 of 25. They made 5 of 14 threes, 36%. Georgetown 15 of 28, 53%. They're 3 of 10 from 3. Tigers will inbound on the baseline. They'll throw it into Coffee. Lindsey Wilson will show man on this possession. Stewart with it. He'll back it out near the timeline. Lease on him. Drives. Lease cuts him off and pushes off, and that'll be an offensive foul on Stewart. Lease was hounding him pretty good, and Stewart pushed off to get some space. Picks up his first foul, team's fourth. J.R. Adams, Matt Eldridge, Stotts, Lease, and Laney out there for the Blue Raiders. Coffee, Stewart, Burton, Jones, and Conway for Georgetown. Laney drives inside and makes the basket and hits the deck hard. Gets up, though. He has his first two. Conway with a deep three. Good. Conway with 8 points in the game. 37-30, 4:06 left. Lease works it up in the front court, leaves it for Stotts, out to Eldridge. Hands it off to Lease, out to Laney. Lobs it down low for Eldridge, goes up with a shot, lays it up and in. 6 points for Matt Eldridge, 37-32, 3:45 left. Stewart with it. Gives it to Jones at the top of the key, around to Conway. He'll penetrate right down the lane. Shot up with a floater is good. He's got 10. 39-32, 3:30 left, first half. Stotts with the basketball. Bad pass taken away by Coffey. He's going to go in, and he'll dunk it home, and a foul on Stotts. That's one Kale's just got to let him go. His first, team's third. Coffey in the double digits. He's got 10.
And the team's third.
Coffey, a 52% free throw shooter on the season. Free throw, no good. Rebound, Matt Eldridge. 41-32, 9-point game. J.R. Adams has it back tipped, but into the lap of Laney. Eldridge with it in the baseline, back out to Laney. Shaq gets cut off, lobs it down low for Eldridge. He'll work against Conway. Goes up with a shot. No, he throws it out to Lease, around to Adams, 6 to shoot. Adams will drive on Stewart. Goes up with a shot. His shot's blocked, but he draws the foul on Stewart. Troy Stewart's second foul, team's fifth. They'll send Adams to the line where he's 1 of 2 tonight. Free throws up, it's good. He's got 11, leads the Blue Raiders. Coward going to get up off the bench with his 2 fouls and replace Stewart, who has 2 fouls. One more for J.R. Adams. Trying to trim this 8-point deficit to 7. And he does. He's got a dozen. 41-34, 2:50 left. Coward brings it up into the front court for the Tigers. Gives it to Burton, right back to Coward. Off of the screen, drives, kicks it outside. Jones 3 on its way, and it's good. Roderick Jones, who's a 39% three-point shooter, has 5 points in the game. The lead right back to 10. Georgetown had led by 10. Lindsey Wilson had come all the way back to tie it. Adams 3, short, no good. Rebound Conway for the Tigers. Coward brings it up to Burton. In the corner it goes to Coffey. He'll try a 3. Good. 13 points for Chris Coffey. And the lead is 13. That's the largest of the game. Laney's going to drive. Throws it out in the corner to Laney, around to Stotts. 3-ball, no good. Rebound by Conway. Quickly in the front court comes Coward. He'll leave it for Conway. Drives in the lane and shuffles his feet for a walk. (47-34). Lindsey Wilson with the basketball, a minute 40 left. Lease gives it outside for Laney. He'll drive, kicks to Eldridge. Matt steps in, shoots a 18-footer, no good. Rebound by Conway. Quickly in the front court, it comes to Burton. He'll lay it off for Coffey, lays it up and in. Chris Coffey with 15. That's where the lead is. 49-34. Stotts with the basketball. Bounce pass goes to Eldridge. Right back to Stotts. Around to Adams. 20 to shoot. To Laney. Laney drives on Burton. Goes to the basket. Hands it off to Eldridge. He gets knocked off his feet, but still makes the layup. Matt with 8 points in the game. 49-36. We go under a minute left. Coward drives on Lease. Lays it up and in. Coward with 9 points. 51-36. 44 seconds left. Laney with it. Gives it outside for Adams. Off the screen by Eldridge. He'll drive. Bounce pass in the corner to Lease. Penetrates. Lobs it outside to no one. Goes in the front row. That'll be a turnover on the Blue Raiders. Their 5th of the game. John Ostermer going to come in. Eldridge will go out. 30 seconds left in this first half. And it's been mostly Georgetown. 51-36. Conway out to Coward. He'll work against Lease. 12 seconds to go. Drives on Lease. Gets cut off at the top of the key. Now he'll penetrate deeper. Lobs it over to Coffey, who misses the layup and a late whistle.
Foul is on number 23, Stotts. That'll be his second.
Foul on Kel Stotts. He can't believe it. Kel's second. Team's 4th, and Coffey to the free throw line. He's missed 1 tonight. That's about all he's missed. Free throws up and good. He's got 16.
Checking in from the Tigers, number 22,
He had 9 points, 12 rebounds in the first meeting. Second free throw coming up for Coffey. It's good. 17 points for Chris Coffey. 53-36. 2 seconds, 1 second. Adams will pull the trigger on a deep three. Good at the buzzer. JR with 15 points right in front of the Georgetown bench. They trail it at the break. Do the Blue Raiders 53-39. Back in 1 minute. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network. (53-39). Lindsey Wilson trails it by 14 at the break. Blue Raiders shot nearly 44%, including 35 from 3. But Georgetown, a red hot 62.9% from the field, including 46 from behind the three-point arc. And the Tigers dominated the glass 21-11. J.R. Adams leads the Blue Raiders with 15. Chris Coffey leads all scorers with 19. We'll go through all the first half stats later in this halftime. We'll also get you caught up on scores around the Mid-South Conference. When we come back, though, we'll have our view from the hill. Back in 1 minute. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network. 53-39, Lindsey Wilson trails Georgetown at the break. Up next, our view from the Hill. Your host, Mariah Beasley. Mariah?
Thanks, Chris. This is Mariah Beasley with this week's View from the Hill. This segment, I got a chance to sit down and talk with Director of Alumni Relations, Hannah Peck, about the Alumni Directory, the Blue Raider Travel Club, and her new radio show on WAIN.
We have a lot going on in our office. One of the things that I want to let people know about is we are working on an alumni directory update. So every 5 years we create an alumni directory. It can be for purchase. Doesn't mean you have to purchase one, but we work with a third-party company, Publishing Concepts Incorporated. And so what they help us do is they actually don't charge the school anything. They make their money off the sale of the directories. But what it's advantageous to us, not only do our alums have then the information, they can purchase the directory if they'd like, but it helps us to keep information up to date. So PCI actually sends out emails and postcards and makes phone calls on our behalf. Now, the postcards and emails actually come out under my signature, but I don't send them directly. I've reviewed and approved everything that they correspond with. So we've received a lot of calls recently asking about, it doesn't look like typical Lindsey Wilson material, that sort of thing, but it is legitimate. This is a company that we've used for several years to create our directories, and there's an LWC hotline. I think that's what catches a lot of people because they know that we don't typically have a hotline. But by calling this number, it allows you to be connected with someone who's specifically working with harvesting information for Lindsey Wilson. So that's what the LWC hotline is. It also allows them to track, if people call the first time or the second time or the second time they get a correspondence. Anyway, so I called myself just to make sure I knew what the call was like. It only takes about 90 seconds once you do call the hotline, and in doing so, they just confirm information that we have Lindsey Wilson on file for you. If it's not correct, you have the opportunity to change that. So that means what graduation year do you identify with? Some people, I know it sounds funny to say identify with, but sometimes people maybe graduate in December, but they considered themselves, and it's coded in our system as if you graduated in 2018 December, it'll be coded in the system as 2019. So maybe you want to say, no, I'm with the class of 2018 and change something like that. And it allows you to tell us where you're working, have you continued your education beyond Lindsey Wilson, and that sort of thing. Yes, you can upload that kind of stuff on our website, but it is helpful to us if you upload it directly and call the number, because then they'll check you as completed on their end, and then we have you completed on our end, and nobody's doing double work. I don't want anyone to be hounded more than they have to. But you can also purchase, though we'll ask you if you want to purchase things at the end of the call. You do not have to feel obligated to purchase anything. What we're really after is the information.
So what would be the advantages if someone did purchase the directory?
Sure. So the directory is grouped in several ways. So it'll show geographic locations. So it'll show you what alums are in certain geographic areas. You can also look, it'll be sort of by class year, but then there's also a geographic sorting and an industry sorting. So let's say it's a great networking tool. Let's say you're working in some sort of business, insurance or business field of that kind. You can look for similar alums that are in that field. Maybe you are an alum and you recently moved. Maybe you moved to the Nashville area and you're looking for ways to get connected or meet people. You can use the directory to see that sort of thing and see people and where they actually live. It's available in a hardback form, but you can also just order a digital copy, which is about half the price, and that sort of thing. And the digital copy is then searchable, if you're looking for somebody in particular. Beyond just seeing where people are that you know, it's a way to connect you with people maybe you don't know based on a certain specific criteria, which is pretty cool.
So what else is sort of going on in the alumni relations world?
Well, we're gearing up for our Blue Raider Travel Club trip, which happens this July. This July 28th through August 4th, we'll be going to Eastern Canada. It's a best of type tour. So we're going to go to Montreal, Quebec City, Ottawa, Niagara Falls, and Toronto. It should really be an awesome trip. I've been to this area before. It's absolutely beautiful. In July, the weather will be amazing. Escape the Kentucky humidity and let's go to Canada. Yes. We have 24 spots. Sorry, I'm opening the brochure, so I know that's loud. We have 24 spots reserved until February 18th. Now, that doesn't mean if you don't sign up by February 18th, you've missed your chance, but we have that many spots held till then. So if you decide that you want to register after February 18th, then it's subject to availability. Also, prices can fluctuate after that date. So we are locked in at the price that we have until February 18th. Prices range. For double occupancy, it's around $3,300. Now that includes all of your flight, travel arrangements there, hotels. We'll be staying at very nice hotels while we're there that provides you with several meals, lots of tours, ticket prices, that sort of thing. So it is you don't have to worry about anything kind of trip. Just meet us at the airport and we will show you a great time. We use Diplomat Travel. Paul McKinney, he's an alum of Lindsey Wilson, and he's our travel agent, and we're going with a group called Colette Tours, which is a group that we've traveled with several times, and everything is really, really top-notch. I've talked with several people, and they're really excited about this trip. So,
if someone wanted to go and look at the details of the itinerary and stuff like that, is there somewhere people can go?
Yeah, we have it all online. You can go to lindsay.edu/Blue Raider Travel Club, and that's Blue Raider Travel Club. Or you can call our office at 270-384-8400. We would be happy to send you a brochure which has all the information. It has reservation information in that as well. Obviously, like I said, the February 18th deadline, there's a down payment that needs to be made if you want to reserve your spot. So act quickly. We'd love to have you. And it's not just alums for this trip. This is friends, alums, whatever. The more the merrier. We'd love to have you. A way to keep up with what's going on at Lindsey Wilson is actually I am able to host a show on WAIN. It's on 101.9 FM or 1270 AM. It airs every Wednesday at 4 o'clock, 4 to 5, and it's What's Happening on the Hill with your host, Hannah Peck, me. But it's a great opportunity to just hear what events are going on, but what I love to do on the show best is showcase members of the Lindsey Wilson family. I have alumni spotlights. I have spotlights on different coaches, administrators, people who work on campus. Mariah, she's been on my show. We've had PR people. I mean, literally every person on campus. That's what I want to do, is just showcase what their role is, why they love Lindsey Wilson, and how they carry out the mission. So that's what the show is, but also we'll talk about events and happening, so we'd love for you to tune in. You can also download the WAIN app. It's WAIN Radio, and then you have the option to toggle between the FM station or the AM station and listen live that way as well. And the shows will be archived soon, so I will start sharing that with you as they're archived as well.
That was Director of Alumni Relations, Hannah Peck. If you'd like to get in touch with Hannah or the Alumni Relations office, call 270-384-8400. Well, that's all for this week's View from the Hill. Now it's time to get you back to Chris Wells for more halftime activities and fun. This is Mariah Beasley on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network.
Thanks, Mariah. 53-39. Georgetown leads Lindsey Wilson at the break. Back in 1 minute. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network. 53-39, Lindsey Wilson trails it by 14. Let's take a look at the first half numbers. Blue Raiders shoot 43.8%, 14 of 32, 6 of 17 from behind the three-point line, 35%, 5 of 6 from the free throw line for 83. Georgetown shoots nearly 63% in that first half, 22 of 35. 6 of 13 from 3, 46%, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 60%. Georgetown out-rebounds the Blue Raiders, 21-11. Lindsey Wilson with 10 assists, 5 turnovers, a blocked shot, and 3 steals. Georgetown goes 13 assists, 6 turnovers, no blocked shots, and 3 steals. There were 3 ties and 5 lead changes in the first half. Georgetown outscored the Blue Raiders in the paint 32-14. Second chance points, not that big of a difference, 6-3 in favor of the Tigers. Points off turnovers 9-8 in favor of Georgetown. Individually, J.R. Adams leads the Blue Raiders with 15 points, 8 out of Matt Eldridge, Shaq Laney with 2, 9 from Kel Stotts, 3 from Peyton Cundiff, and 2 from John Ostermer. For Georgetown, Chris Coffey leads the way. He's got 19 points on 8 of 10 shooting. 5 points for Broderick Jones, 9 for L.J. Coward. Troy Stewart with 3, 7 out of Joe Burton, Jacob Conway with 8, and Dominique Reed has 2 points. 53-39 our score. Lindsey Wilson 1-5 this season when they trail it at the half. Other scores from around the Mid-South Conference. Late in the second half, about 6 minutes to go, Life leads Shawnee 65-58 down in Marietta. It just went final in Williamsburg as Pikeville knocks off University of the Cumberland 66-52. Campbellsville's down in Lebanon tonight at Cumberland University, and the Phoenix leads the Tigers 29-24. Of course, Campbellsville comes here on Saturday. It'll be Lindsey Wilson's basketball to start this second half. Stotts, Lease, Laney, Eldridge, and Adams out there for the Blue Raiders. Jones, Burton, Stewart, Coward, and Coffey for Georgetown. Eldridge with the basketball, hands it off to Lease. Now angle towards the right side, comes up top to Adams, around to Stotts. Beats the post to Eldridge. Coffey on him, kicks it outside for Laney. Laney will give it back down low for Eldridge. He'll back down Coffey, a little hook in the lane, short, no good. Rebound, Coffey. Coward brings it up in the front court, knocked away by Adams, taken away by Stotts. JR goes down, great pass to Eldridge, who ran the court. He lays it up and in. Eldridge in the double digits, he's got 10. 53-41, 9:15 left. Coward with the basketball. Comes up top to Jones. Over to Coffey. He'll drive on Eldridge, lays it up. No, but draws a foul on that. It'll be Eldridge's first, team's first of the half, and we'll send Coffey to the line.
Foul is on number 33, Eldridge. That'll be his first and the team's first.
Coffey made 2 of 3 in that first half, shooting 52% on the season. Makes that one. He's had a well of a night, 18 points already. Second free throw, in and out, no good. Rebound by Laney. 54-41, minute gone in this second half. Laney with the basketball on the right side. Gives it up top the key to Stotts around the Lease. He drives on Stewart, kicks it outside for Eldridge. Eldridge hands it off to Lease. 10 on the shot clock. Lease. Bounce pass to Eldridge. He'll shoot from 18 feet. It's short, no good. Rebound, Laney at the free throw line. He'll shoot it from 15. Good. Shaq Laney with 4 points in the game, and then a whistle as Eldridge knocked that one out of bounds. It'll stay with Georgetown. Coward with it. Throws it out to Coffee. He'll shoot a three. No good. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Off of Jones. It'll be Lindsey Wilson's basketball. An 11-point game. Lindsey Wilson with the basketball. Lease gives it outside for Laney. Stotts near the top of the key. Hands it off to Lease. Drives through some traffic. Kicks it out to Adams in the corner. Working against Coward. Back outside for Laney. He'll drive on Stewart all the way to the basket, and he scores it. Good move there by Shaq Laney. He's got 6 points. Adams knocks it out of bounds, and it's last touch by Stewart. It'll be Lindsey Wilson's basketball on the turnover.
Georgetown College, number 11, Conway. He replaces number 20, Stewart.
So a 9-point game, 17:56 left, and Blue Raiders with a chance to cut into it even more. Laney works it against Burton. He's in the post to Eldridge. He'll make his move against Coffee, kicks it to Stotts, out to Lease. Conway out there. Adams for a three. Nope, no good. Coffee with the rebound. He'll give it off to Conway. Conway leaves it for Coffee. Back to Conway around to Coward. He'll shoot a three. Good. Coward just a 29% free throw or 3-point shooter. He's made 2 tonight. He's got 12 points. Lead back to 12. Stotts with the basketball. Comes up top to Laney, around to Adams. To Eldridge. Around to Laney. Left side. Stotts comes and gets it at the top, just right at the top of the key. He'll pull the trigger on a three and buries it. Stotts into double digits. He's got 12. 57-48. Coward drives on Stotts, goes to the rack, lays it up and in. Coward with 14 points. 59-48, 16:42 left. Adams throws it across to Lease in the corner to Stotts. He'll shoot the three. Good. Kel Stotts with 15 points. 59-51. It's an 8-point game. 16:25 left. Coward kicks it outside for Conway. He'll drive down the lane. Floater up. Short, no good. Coffee with the offensive rebound. Leaves it for Burton and hands it off to Jones, who dunks it home. He's got 7. 16:05 left, 61-51. Georgetown leads it by 10. Laney drives on Burton to the rack, lays it up, missed it. Conway with the rebound. Here comes Coward in the front court, working against Lease. Drives, throws it outside, knocked down by Eldridge. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Georgetown.
Checking in for Lindsey Wilson, number 4, Cundiff. He replaces number 5, Adams.
Cundiff comes in. J.R. Adams goes out. Burton will inbound, gives it into Coffee on the baseline. Out to Coward. Conway in the corner. Working against Stotts. He'll dribble it back out. Throws it to Coward. Drives. Deep down in the lane. Goes to his rack. Puts it up. No. But he's fouled and on the line for 2 shots.
Foul is on number 55, Lease.
Foul on Pierre Lease is his second, team's second. We'll send Coward to the free throw line, where he's a 68% free throw shooter on the season. First one on its way up. It is good. Dances around on the rim and falls in. $15 points for Coward. Make it 16. 63-51, lead back to 12. Lease angles towards the right side. Comes up top to Eldridge, around to Stotts. Stotts works his way at the top of the key. Now he'll shoot the three. Nope, no good. Rebound pulled down by Burton. Outlet pass comes to Coward. Races it up, leaves it off for Conway. He'll go to the rack, puts it up, no. Tipped up by Coffee, no good. And a whistle and a foul very late. Foul's on Matt Eldridge, his second. I'm not disputing the call at all. That's the second time this particular official has waited to see the outcome, see if the ball went in before calling a foul. It's either a foul or it's not. And I think that was a foul. And it should have been called a lot earlier. Conway with the basketball. Drives in the lane and a whistle and a foul on Stotts. Kel Stotts third, team's fourth of the half.
Checking in for Lindsey Wilson, number 5, Adams. He replaces number 23, Stotts.
Reed comes back in for Georgetown, and Stotts goes out as J.R. Adams checks in. Conway will take the inbounds pass. Conway stuck in the lane, kicks it outside for Coward. Goes down low, fadeaway jumper for Reed is good. I have so many offensive weapons to this Georgetown team. Back up by 14 with 4:42 left. Cundiff with it, top of the key, hands it off to Adams. Gives it outside for Ostermer, who's back in to Laney. He'll drive all the way to the rack, lays it up and in. Shaq Laney with 8 points, 6 in this half. Reed will pull the trigger on a three. Good. My goodness. Dominique Reed had made 1 3 this season. He was 1 of 10 prior to that one. Laney tries to answer. Free throw line jumper's no good. Conway with it. Out to Coward. 14:05 left. Coward lays it off. Burton can't handle it, and he'll lose it out of bounds. Gives the ball back to Lindsey Wilson. 15-point deficit for the Blue Raiders. 68-53. 14:01 left. Adams hands it off to Cundiff. Gives it to Ostermer. He'll shoot the three. Short, no good. Lease goes and runs the rebound down. Out to Adams. Lane goes, and he'll draw a foul on Coffey.
Foul is on number 13, Coffey.
First foul on Chris Coffey. Team's first of this half, and Adams to the free throw line. JR had 15 first half points. This is his first opportunity to score in the second half. Free throw, good. Shooter's roll there. He's got 16. We'll have a double lane violation.
Checking in for Lindsey Wilson, number 33, number 12,
3:42 left, 68-54. Georgetown's basketball. Lindsey Wilson falls back in that 2-3 zone again. Coward leaves it outside for Burton. Throws it away. Laney with the interception. Shaq runs it up in the front court. Drives, leaves it for Lease, and it will sail wide and out of bounds. Turnover on the Blue Raiders. Their 7th of the game. 13-13 left. 68-54. Burton with the basketball. Gives it to Conway. Back up top to Coward. Around to Burton. Baseline to Coffey. They'll swing it back outside for Burton. 3, no good. Laney with the rebound. He'll bring it up into the front court. Gives it to Eldridge in the corner. Back to Laney. Up top to Adams. Hands it off to Laney. Gives it to Cundiff. He'll penetrate. Gives it to Eldridge. He'll drive inside against Reed. Lays it up, no good. Rebound by Coffey. Coward brings it in the front court, throws it out in the corner to Coffey. He'll shoot the 3. It's no good. Rebound inside is Conway, and he'll draw the foul on Lindsey Wilson. Foul on Pierre Lease. That's number 3 on him, team's 5th. They'll send Jacob Conway, who's a 65% free throw shooter, to the line. First one's up. It's good. He's got 11.
Checking in for the Georgetown Tigers, number 20, Stewart. Checking in for Lizzie Wilson.
Stewart comes back in. Burton will go out, and Ostermer comes in for Lease. Free throw is up. It's good. 12 points for Jacob Conway. 70-54. The lead is 16. The Tigers have led by as many as 17. It was in the first half. Adams feeds it down low for Eldridge. He'll kick it out in the corner for Ostermer, around to Cundiff. Peyton drives, kicks it out to Adams. He'll shoot the three. No good. Rebound underneath the Reed. Conway brings it up into the front court for the Tigers. He'll stop and pop at the top of the key and buries it. Full timeout, Lindsey Wilson. No, they're still playing. Now they'll call the timeout. 11:57 left, 73-54. Back in a minute. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network.
Timeout, Lizzie Wilson.
(73-54). Lindsey Wilson trails it big. The Raiders with the basketball. Adams drives, kicks it outside for Eldridge. Bounce pass top of the key. Ostermer will shoot the three. It's no good. Eldridge battles, gets the rebound, kicks it out to Cundiff. He'll try a three. It's good. Second three of the game for Peyton Cundiff. He's got 6. Conway with it deep in the corner around to Stewart. 73-57, 1:32 left, or 11:32 left. Reed, fadeaway jumper, no good. Conway with the rebound, puts it up, no good. And another really late whistle. Foul on Cundiff. His second, team 6th. And now we'll have our first media timeout of the second half. 11:26 left in this one, 73-57. Georgetown leads it. Back in a minute. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network. (73-57). Lindsey Wilson trails Georgetown. Get my sincere apologies for tonight. I am battling a little bit of sinus issues, so I'm doing my very best, but I know it's a little troubling to listen tonight. Conway to the free throw line for the Tigers. It's on its way up. It is good. Georgetown is just shooting lights out tonight, and you're just not going to beat this team when they shoot as well as they have shot tonight. Conway with 13 points. That one's short. Rebound by Ostermer. 74-57, 11:18 left. Adams hands it off to Laney, around to Cundiff. Cundiff gives it out on the wing to Adams. JR puts down the dribble, drives on Coward. All the way to the basket, puts it up, no. And the rebound pulled down by Georgetown's Malik Dow, who just checked in the game. Conway with the basketball, gives it to Reed, bounce pass down low, Dow lays it up and in. 76-57. Lead up to 19. Laney with the basketball. Loses it, but it ricochets off the ankle of Stewart, out of bounds. Kel Stott's going to check into the game. He'll get Cundiff with 10:39 left in this second half. Adams will trigger it in for the Blue Raiders. Gives it to Eldridge out near the top of the key, and a pass ricochets off the hands of Stott. Stewart will grab it and go in and dunk it. Torrey Stewart's had a quiet night offensively. They hadn't had to have him. He's got 5 points, and the lead is up to 21. That's the largest of the game. Stott's with it, hands it off to Adams. Gives it to Laney. He'll drive. Throws it out in the corner to Osterman. He'll penetrate baseline, leaves it for Eldridge, who lays it up with the left hand, and good. Matt Eldridge with 12. We hit the midway point of this second half. 78-59, Georgetown leads it. Dow hands it out to Coward. And Conway, and now an illegal screen on Dow. Number 1 on Malik Dow, team's second of the half. Lease is going to come in as Ostermer goes out. 9:52 left, 78-59. Laney with it. He'll shoot the three. Good. Jack Laney's had a good second half. He's had 9 of his 11 points after the break. It's 78-62, 9:37 left. Coward with the basketball. Gives it up top to Dow. Hands it off to Stewart. Top of the key, throws it out to Coward. Knocked away by Lease, but Coward goes and collects it. Working against Adams man-to-man, 6 on the shot clock. He'll drive. Behind the back pass off the chest of Reed, and here comes Lindsey Wilson the other way. Lease with it. Throws it up top to Stotts. Stotts penetrates, gives it out to Laney. Drives down in the lane, stops, kicks it out in the corner for Eldridge. He'll try the three. Good. Matt Eldridge with 15 points. (78-65), 8:44 left. Coward with the basketball. Angles towards the left side, comes back right. Gets to the right elbow, feeds it down low for Dow. Bad pass taken away by Stotts. Gives it over to Lease. He'll bring it up in the front court, down in the corner, Eldridge. Matt throws it back outside for Stotts, around to Adams, to Lease. Lease hands it off to Laney. Laney puts the dribble between his legs, and they stop play, and apparently Laney's got some blood on it.
Checking in for Lindsey Wilson, number 4, Cundiff. Checking in for the Tigers, number 0, Jones.
So he'll come out. Cundiff will come in. Burton, Coffey, and Jones all come back in as Dow, Reed, and Conway go out. 17 to shoot. Lease drives all the way inside, puts it up and in, and he draws the foul. Foul's going to be on Coffey. That's number 2 on him. Team's third of the half.
He's fouled by number 13, Coffey. That's his second and the team's third.
Lease with his first bucket of the night. He'll go to the line for the and one. It's good. 3 points tonight for Pierre. 8:15 left. Blue Raiders back within 10, 78-68. For trailing it by 21. Coward with the basketball. Angles towards the left side. Comes over to Stewart. They'll feed the post to Burton. Cross court to Jones. He'll shoot the three. In and out, no good. Rebound by Stotts. Lease with it. Brings it up in the front court. Works against Stewart. Hands it off to Adams. He'll shoot the three. Nope, no good. Rebound Coffey. In the front court, it goes to Jones. Outside to Coward. Around to Stewart. He'll pull the trigger on a three. It's no good. Rebound to Lease, but it's on the baseline. So it'll be Georgetown's basketball. They'll inbound on the baseline. 7:25 left, 78-68. Coffey will take the inbounds pass, hand it off to Stewart, around to Burton. Ball's knocked up in the air, out of bounds. It's last touch by Eldridge. He'll stay with Georgetown. So Georgetown will inbound once again underneath their own basket. Stewart will trigger it into Burton. He'll dribble it near the top of the key, hand it off to Coffey, and he's fouled by Eldridge. He quickly helps him up. Matt Eldridge is third, team seventh. That was a good foul. Send Coffey to the line. He's not a good free throw shooter, but is having a good night. He's made 3 of 5 free throws. He'll have 2 looks here. First one's up. It's good. 19 points for Chris Coffey. Ostermer's going to come in, and Adams will go out. One more for Coffey. This one's good as well. 20 points for Chris Coffey. 80-68, 7:14 left as it rolls all the way in the front court. Lease with the basketball. Drives on Stewart. Gets cut off. Goes it outside for Cundiff. He'll shoot the three, top of the key. Good. Cundiff with his third three of the night. He's got 9, and the lead is 9. 80-71, 6:57 left. Coward with the basketball. Angles towards the right side. Stewart comes off the screen. Gives it right back to Coward. He'll shoot the three. Good. My goodness. 22 points for L.J. Coward. He's had a monster night. Again, just a 29% three-point shooter, and he's made 3 of them tonight. Cundiff with the answer, yes. He's got 12, 83-74, 6:20 left. Coward with the basketball off of the screen, gives it up top. Jones will try the three, good. He's got 10. Georgetown comes in shooting 36% as a team from behind the arc. They've made 48% of their threes tonight. Lease drives inside. Take your pick on Stewart and Coffey. They both blocked it out of bounds. Laney's going to come out. Ostermer. Six minutes left. 86-74. Lease will inbound. Pass comes into Laney in the deep corner. He'll drive baseline against Burton. Gets cut off outside for Cundiff. He'll shoot the jumper, and it's good. Right on the baseline. Cundiff with 14 points. Got a 15-footer off that baseline. 86-76. Burton goes down low for Jones. He'll work against Laney. Backs him down. And a foul on Laney. That'll be Shaq's first. Team's 8th, and we'll shoot free throws with Georgetown when we come back after this, the final media timeout of the night. 86-76, 5:39 left. Back in 1 minute. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network. Life leads Shawnee 75-66. They're in the final minute down in Marietta. Pikeville already beat Cumberland's in Williamsburg 66-52. Cumberland U leads Campbellsville 57-55, 5:43 left in that game. Here at Biggers, it's 86-76. Georgetown leads it by 10. Broderick Jones, who's a 96% free throw shooter. He's made 28 of 29 this season. Have one in the bonus. Free throw's good. He's got 11. 4 different Tigers in double figures. Jones, Coward, Conway, and Coffey. Second free throw, good as well. 12 points for Broderick Jones. 88-76, leads back to 12. Lease brings it up in the front court, 5.5 left. Hands it off to Stotts. He'll drive all the way in the lane, misses the layup, but will go to the line for 2 shots.
That was on number 4, Coward. That's his third, and the team scores.
Foul on L.J. Coward's his third. It's the team's 4th of the half, and Stotts goes to the line. 2 for 2 tonight, has 15 points. Misses the free throw.
Number 23, Stotts at the line for Lindsey Wilson.
Second free throw on its way. No good. Missed them both. Empty possession by the Blue Raiders. 88-76, 5:22 left. Stewart with it in the deep corner. Gives it outside for Coffey. He'll swing it all the way around to Coward. Back up top to Burton. Back to Coward. Goes down in the post to Jones. He'll work against Cundiff. Spins in the paint, and an intentional foul is going to be called against Cundiff.
That was on number 4, Cundiff.
You don't see too many intentional fouls called on the block, but Jones will go to the line for 2 shots. Free throws up. It's good. Or it's no good. He'll have one more. Second free throw's good. 13 points in the game for Broderick Jones. And now Georgetown will inbound the basketball after the intentional foul. Foul on Cundiff was his third, team's 9th. Burton, 3 off the wing, good. He's in the double digits. He's got 10, and the lead is back up to 16. 92-76, 5 minutes left. Lease at the top of the key. Gives it outside for Adams. Back to Lease, around to Laney. Shaq drives in the lane, gets cut off. Back out to Lease. Near the top of the key. Drives, kicks to Laney. He'll penetrate inside, draws the foul. Non-shooting foul. Foul's going to be on Coffey. That's his third. It's a team's 5th. So Lease will inbound on the baseline. Throws it into Adams. Hands it off to Stotts on a little weave out top around Laney. He gets cut off. Gives it outside for Lease. Pierre lobs it across to Adams. He'll pull the trigger on a wide open 3. It's good. 19 points in the game for J.R. Adams. Burton to Stewart. Now Coward works it in between the circles. Lindsey Wilson in a man-to-man. Gives it to Jones. He'll shoot an 18-foot jumper. It rattles out, no good. Rebound by Adams. JR runs it up in the front court, gives it to Laney. He'll stop and pop from 15. It's good. 13 points for Laney. Leads down to 11, 92-81 with 3:40 left. Coward brings it up in the front court. Throws it outside for Stewart. Back to Burton. Now Coward with it. Coward going to drive on Laney. Ball's knocked up in the air by Stotts. Out of bounds. Nine on the shot clock. Stewart will throw in the inbounds, then come and get it. Over to Coffey. He'll spin, kisses it off the glass and in. Coffey with 22 points tonight. Stotts bounce pass to Eldridge. He'll lay it up and in. 17 points for Matt Eldridge. 94-83, 2:57 left. Coward brings it up in the front court, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Well, that was a break for the Blue Raiders, in my opinion. L.J. Coward with his fourth. Team 6, so the Blue Raiders will be in the bonus the rest of this game. 94-83. Lease drives to the rack, lays it up, and draws the foul on Stewart. He'll go to the line for 2.
Foul's on number 20, Stewart. That's his third.
Foul on Stewart, team 7th. So Lease to the line. Just a 61% free throw shooter. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Make it 2 for 2. He's got 4 points.
Number 55, Lease at the line for Lindsey Wilson.
Second free throw's perfect as well. 5 points for Lease, all in this half. 94-85, 9-point game, 2:41 left. Coffey throws it in the front court to Burton. Back outside for Coward. Coward works it near the timeline, working against J.R. Adams. Ball goes in the backcourt, gets tipped by Adams. In the front court, it comes to Stewart. Back to Coward, 8 on the shot clock. Coward drives against Stotts, gets cut off out to Jones. He'll shoot the 3, good. Roderick Jones with 16 points. Corner outside to Eldridge. 2:04 left, 97-85. Lease around to Stotts. He'll shoot a deep 3, good. 18 points for Cale Stotts. Timeout, Lindsey Wilson. It's a full. We'll step away for a minute. 97-88 our score. Minute 57 left. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network. .157 left in regulation. 97-88. Blue Raiders cut it to a single-digit game. It'll be the Tigers basketball. Pass comes into Jones. Back to Burton around the Coward. He'll race it up in the front court against Lease. Throws it wildly, almost knocked away by Eldridge, but picked up by Jones. Out to Coward. Coward working against Lease. Push off, no call. Coward works against Lease. And then a reach-in foul on Pierre Lease. Foul on Pierre is his 4th, team's 10th, so Coward will have 2 free throws. 68% free throw shooter on the season. First one's up, no good, short. Georgetown comes in as the 7th ranked free throw shooting team in the conference out of 8 teams. Second free throw, good. 23 for LJ Coward. 10-point game, 98-88. 97 seconds left. Lease lets the ball roll all the way to the front court before picking it up. Now he'll drive in the lane, goes to the rack, missed it. Lease gets his own rebound. Out to Cundiff, 3 ball on its way, good. 17 points for Peyton Cundiff, 98-91. Minute 26 left. Burton saves it in to Jones. Jones kicks it back out to Coward. Lease right with him. Minute 17 left. Coward steps back beyond the 3-point line. 15 on the shot clock. Coward works against Laney. 7 on the shot clock. Coward drives in the lane. Goes up and under. Blocked by Laney. Laney picks it up. Picks up his dribble. Gives it outside for Lease. Here comes the Blue Raiders. Under a minute left. Lease throws it in the corner, and it's knocked down by... Oh, no. I thought it was touched by Georgetown. But it's not. It was just a throwaway by Lease. Well, that was a very much costly turnover. The 10th of the night. Adams going to come in. Lease will go out. A 3 there, and that would have been huge. Burton will inbound for Georgetown. Gives it in to Stewart. He'll lay it over for Jones. Jones back to Stewart. Stewart with the basketball, working against Adams. Drives on Adams, into the lane, lobs it, and a dunk for Coffey. That may do it. 24 for Chris Coffey. Quickly in the front court, it's knocked out of bounds by Coffey. 36 seconds left, 191. Conway's going to come in for Stewart. Adams will trigger it in. Gives it into Laney in the corner. He'll drive on Conway, gets to the rack, kicks it out to Eldridge. He'll shoot the 3. No good. Adams can't get the rebound. Coward with it. He'll lob it in the front court to Coffey. And Jones will go in for the dunk. Broderick Jones with 18, 102-91, 19 seconds left. Cundiff has his ball knocked free. Laney will keep it though. Kicks it out to Stotts. 3 ball on its way, short, no good. Ball's knocked free by Burton with 7 seconds. And Jones will go in for another dunk. 20 points for Broderick Jones, 104-91. 4.8 seconds left. And the Blue Raiders will dribble it out. 104-91. Lindsey Wilson Falls here tonight to Georgetown, the 8th ranked team in the country. Step away for 2 minutes. We'll go through our final stats. We'll visit with Coach Keith Atkins. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network. 104-91, Georgetown defeats Lindsey Wilson tonight. Let's take a look at the final stats. The Tigers shoot 61.3% from the field, 52% from behind the three-point line. Lindsey Wilson had come in as the very best three-point defensive team in the Mid-South Conference, fifth best in the country, giving up just 29% shooting from behind the arc. Georgetown torched the nets for 52% tonight, 13 of 25. Tigers make 15 of 21 free throws for 71%. Lindsey goes 33 of 67 for the field, 49%. Makes 16 of 35 threes for 46%. 9 of 12 from the free throw line for 75%. Blue Raiders get out-rebounded by a total of 39 to 23. Lindsey Wilson had 21 assists, just 9 turnovers on the night. 1 blocked shot and 7 steals. Georgetown goes 24 assists, 14 turnovers, 1 blocked shot, and 4 steals. It was 53-39 at the break. Lindsey outscores Georgetown 52-51, but falls 104-91. There were 3 ties and 5 lead changes in the game. Taking a look at the numbers individually, both teams with 5 players in double digits. J.R. Adams led the way for Lindsey Wilson with 19, 18 from Hickel Stotts, 17 each from Matt Eldridge and Peyton Cundiff. Cundiff was 6 of 7 shooting, 5 of 6 from behind the arc off the Lindsey Wilson bench. 13 points for Shaq Laney, 11 of those coming in the second half. 5 points for Pierre Lease. John Ostermer finished with 2. Georgetown, they had 3 players to score at least 20 points and 5 players total in double digits. 26 for Chris Coffey on 10 of 15 shooting. That's 2 shy of his season high. 23 for L.J. Coward. He was 8 of 9 shooting tonight and 4 for 4 from the three-point arc. Again, Coward comes in shooting 29% from 3, and he made all 4 of his attempts tonight. 20 points for Broderick Jones. That matches a season high. 11 points for Jacob Conway, Joe Burton with 10. Troy Stewart with a quiet night, just 5 points. 7 points for Dominique Reed, and Malik Dow finishes with 2 points in the game. Lindsey Wilson falls by a score of 104-91. Lindsey Wilson falls to 12-11 on the season, now 3-5 in conference play. Georgetown improves to 20-3. They continue to lead the Mid-South Conference with a 6-2 overall, or 6-2 conference record. We're going to step away for a minute. We'll come back. This is Blue Raider basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network. .104-91, our final score. Coach Keith Atkins joins me. Coach, the stats tell you to leave L.J. Coward out there and let him shoot. He's a 29% shooter. He goes 4 for 4 tonight. Georgetown shoots 52% from the 3. You got to give up something with this team, and they had such a major height advantage. I got to think you had to give them some open shots out there, and just unfortunately tonight for the Blue Raiders, they made them.
Yeah, it is, and they are extremely talented. And, you know, not just L.J. out there knocking down threes, but a 6'9" post player like Broderick Jones out there banging jumpers. They're just so hard to guard, so talented, and a ton of size, a ton of athleticism. And, you know, since they added Burton and got Malik Dow back, now all of a sudden they're even deeper. So give them all the credit in the world. They absolutely earned this. And, you know, once again, I thought we defended them hard. I don't know that we defended them well, but when you give up 61% from the field, 52 from the three, man, you're going to have a hard time beating anybody.
You talked about all season long really is rebounding and turnovers, and I thought for the most part, I mean, they did out-rebound you 39-23, but you kept them off the offensive glass for the most part. They did have 11 offensive rebounds. But for the most part tonight, those things that jump up and bit us all year long just wasn't the problem tonight.
No question. But once again, when somebody shoots 61% and 52 from the three, there's not a whole lot of rebounds coming off.
Right.
So whatever did come off, they got 24 misses. They got about half of those.
Yeah,
so it's just, man, we were close a couple of times, but it just seems like we're our own worst enemy sometimes. We just a point guard's pass, and he's saying that the guy cut this way, and he thought I said, you threw it over the blue spot up here.
Yeah.
I said Matt Eldridge could have caught that. I mean, Shaq,
that was a 7-point game at the time.
No question, and we just sometimes don't give ourselves a chance to win. You've got to do the little things. You've got to do a lot of things better to beat a great team, and that's a great basketball team.
Yeah.
You've got to be you're not 100% flawless and mistake-free, but you really got to minimize those really bad plays. And, right here, let's see, second chance, 15, in the paint, 48. We don't have fast break. I'd like to know how many transition buckets they had. And however, how many they had, it was way too many, because that's, if we don't get a defense set, it's one thing. If we do get it set, it's one thing. If we don't, that's a completely different story.
You did show some zone tonight. I thought for the most part, at times, it was pretty effective.
It was, and the big, I'm not worried about the three-point shooting out of our zone. You play a zone to take away several things. You play a zone to take away penetration. You play a zone to take away points in the paint. But the one thing that is really difficult when you play zone is finding a matchup to block out. And you've got Chris Coffey running in there from goodness knows where, and flying in there for offensive rebounds, and, man, there's just nobody to put a body on him.
Peyton Cundiff came off the bench and shot the ball very well tonight, 6 of 7, 17 points. You had 5 guys in double figures, so that's it. If you look at the positives tonight, your offense was pretty good tonight.
Yeah, 91 points, only 9 turnovers. We're almost 50% from the field and 46 from the three-point line. Those are numbers that you'll basically take any time.
Yeah.
That was yes and no. I mean, I think it's a little skewed in there because we made some tough threes. We've just got 35 threes taken is way too many. We just can't win a basketball game taking upwards of 40 threes. We've got, I told Coach Starks at halftime and during the game one time, we've got to lead the country in air balls inside the restricted arc. We've absolutely got, we will get it sometimes in the restricted semicircle there and not draw iron. It's just baffling and something we've got to get better at. We don't have a lot of guys who are absolutely low post scorers. Matt Eldridge is not a low post scorer, and that's something that recruiting's going to have to help us with. We're just going to have to get better and find some of that. But for right now, we've got to find somebody who can score point blank at the rim. And right now we just don't have that, whether it's a drive, whether it's some penetration and a dump down, or a true post up, or even offensive rebounding. We only had 7 offensive rebounds and had a ton of opportunities, over 30 opportunities. So, something that we've just got to get creative, and at least, like you said, at least we made some shots tonight.
Coach, thanks so much.
Thanks, Chris.
That's LWC men's basketball coach Keith Atkins. Blue Raiders fall by a score of 104-91. Lindsey Wilson back in action on Saturday as Campbellsville comes to town. That's a doubleheader. Women start at 2, men at 4 o'clock. Again, that's Saturday, February the 2nd, right here at Bigger Sports Center. I want to thank Coach Keith Atkins for his pre- and post-game thoughts. Austin Armstrong, studio engineer, back in the WAIN 101.9 FM studios and 1270 AM studios. Of course, you, the listener and viewer tonight, as the Blue Raiders fall in the men's game, 104-91. Women won earlier tonight, 59-56. Until Saturday, when Campbellsville comes to town on the Battle Highway 55 here on the Hardwood, I'm Chris Wells. This has been Blue Raider Basketball on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network.